Hi everyone. Today is Friday, June 26th, and this is going to be like a in-between podcast episode where we talk about Tour de Fleece. So I have a couple videos going simultaneously. I'm trying to keep them all straight, but this one in particular, I want to talk about Tour de Fleece. So my team is Team Cyberfibers, and we are just spinners from all corners of the internet. It started on Twitch and then it's kind of expanded to different platforms. So if you are a spinner and you don't have a team right now, please feel free to join our team. Our team is very casual this year. Generally, we have different competitions that you can enter, and the moderators and the team captains will keep track of everything, but this year it's just super chill. So if you are spinning probably in the month of July, feel free to join our team. It will be linked below. So our team captains are JK Knits for You, and you can find them on Twitch, and Rogue Knitter, who you can also find on Twitch. But obviously I'm here and I'm on YouTube, and I am a moderator of that group. So feel free to join us. If you don't know what Tour de Fleece is, it is a spinning competition where we spin every day while the men's Tour de France happens. So if you're not a big Tour de France person, like I'm not, that's okay too. Generally, I think it started while spinners were spinning while watching the event. I don't watch it, and I still participate in Tour de Fleece. But it's just a fun reason to get my wheel out and know that I want to spin every day, or I want to accomplish something. So this year, what I'd like to accomplish during the competition, which I believe starts on July 4th this year, is 4 braids of fiber. So this all came about because I spun this Jacob, and this Jacob is really nice. I'm so happy I spun it, and I just let it do whatever it wanted to do. And because of that, there's definitely some thick, thin spots, and also because of that, it was the most enjoyable spin I think I've ever done. I wasn't trying to make the fiber do anything it didn't want to do, and because of that, I spun all 3 ounces in like 4 or 5 hours, and that is record for me. I didn't let the ply sit, or I didn't let the single sit before I plied it. Nothing. I just made this really beautiful, very balanced yarn. So that's exactly what I want to do for Tour de Fleece. So I have this Ross Farms Fibers Romeldale. I have a Romney. I have a Black Welsh Mountain. And I have a Cotswold. And this is by Solitude. The rest are from Ross Farm Fibers. So I'm really excited. These are all, maybe not all, part of the Save 'em to Shave 'em. I have my passport. If you know, you know. If not, I will link the Save 'em to Shave 'em initiative in the description, because I think it's a great initiative. I'm going to start with my Romney, and I'm going to get it on my wheel, and then I'm going to start spinning, and we'll chat. I'm not going to pre-draft this fiber or anything. I'm just going to spin it exactly how it wants to be. Oh, well, it would help if I put my brake band on, and then I'll position you so you can see my wheel. Okay, now I actually have tension. I think I'm gonna spin all of this short forward, but I'm not 100% sure. It's gonna be based on vibes, you know? Sometimes it just be like that. Oh, this one's thinly. Oh my god. All right. See. Oh gosh. Okay. Again. Okay, yeah, so I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna spin this. I think I'm going to want to spin this as a short forward. This is a Romney. It's very, very soft roving, and we'll just see what happens. I'm on speed 43 right now. Oh my gosh, it is so soft. 1 second. I need to really, really get some twist into this. So I think I'm going to really, really overspin this single, but we'll see. Third time's the charm, right, guys? Maybe my take-up's a little too high. Let's try it like that. I'll really, really make that. All right. One more try. It's gonna work this time. Oh yeah. All right, so I do think that this is gonna be another like worsted weight. We'll see. Okay. Is this a good angle? What about if I put you over here? Maybe. Yeah, why not? All right, so let's talk about all the times that I have competed in a Tour de Fleece competition and hopefully convince you to join us. So my very first Tour de Fleece competition was 3 years ago, which is when I learned to spin. And I, of course, being a new spinner, decided I was going to spin a sweater's quantity of yarn. And if you haven't figured it out already, I'm a Scorpio and I have the confidence of a million suns. So if I decide I'm gonna do something, I have absolutely no hesitation in doing it. I'm just gonna do it because I just know that I'm gonna make it happen. And to be perfectly honest, I did. I had spun 2, maybe 3 braids leading up to that, and I was able to spin a sweater's quantity of yarn no problem in the time. And the yarn that I got was okay, not great, but it was pretty good. It was a Cordale, which was my first problem because I should have never picked a Cordale as my sweater spin. It's quite scratchy. It's the Ashford Cordale. It's very, very, very cheap, which is why I picked it. Because if I messed it up, I didn't really care. And it's nice, but I haven't knit anything from it because it is quite ropey. Then, no, maybe it's been 4 years. This is my 4th Tour de Fleece. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Time flies. Time flies, guys. Where does the time go? Yeah, so the next year, I had a Boss Kitty, which is a wonderful design, who is a incredible dyer. And I had a box set of yarn from her Muppet collection. And so I knew I was going to use that yarn to make something. And I honestly decided on another sweater spin, of course. And that was really, really fun. I spun that all fingering weight. It was such a beautiful finished yarn. And just crazy the difference just 1 year made in my yarn. Because it was so soft, so lovely. Obviously, it's different. It was a BFL versus a Cordale, which is going to behave differently. But I really enjoyed the process a little bit more. I enjoyed the finished product a little bit more. And I ended up making the Trove sweater from that hand spun. And it was really, really, really lovely. So the following year, I did not take out my spinning wheel at all. I was in a complete funk last year. I did not spin, I did not knit, I just simply existed, as sometimes we need to do in life. And this year, I am gung-ho. I just want to spin. And I'm really excited about this year's competition. Now, we're not doing prizes like we have done in the past. This is really just a cool place. We have a Discord where you can come, you can hang out, you can talk about your spinning. If you have any questions, we're happy to answer. One of our captains or mods or just anybody from the community can feel free to chime in if they have, any insight. Because really, that's all we are. It's just like a little community of people that do the same craft. And the team captains have made it so that there's kind of 3 legs to our particular Tour de Fleece competition. Give me 1 second. I have a frog in my throat. Oh, yeah. So the way our team captains have structured our little competition, obviously this is a huge, worldwide thing that people participate in. And I think it's officially hosted on Ravelry. But the way that our team captains have set it up, it's really nice. So there's 3 legs for the whole month leading up to the Tour de Fleece competition. We do a clear your bobbins situation. Obviously, I'm putting stuff on my bobbin right now, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. And then obviously during the competition, we are all sharing what we're spinning and posting updates. Some people do daily updates because they're trying to spin every day. Some people are doing sweater spin updates. Some people are spinning on spindles. All spinning is welcome. And then after the competition, we have a month-long knit-along where we make with our hand spun. And if you're not a spinner, that's okay. You can still come hang out with us. We also just want to see people that are passionate about fiber arts. So if you're a knitter or a crocheter and you want to join us for the knit along, just buy some hand spun, or probably just ask somebody in the group if they are willing to send some hand spun to you. And I'm sure somebody would do it. I would absolutely send somebody hand spun if they wanted to participate but didn't want to spin, especially if you offered to pay for shipping. Because I do have quite a few hand spuns that I just don't know what I would do with. They're not really my color story. And they're not maybe my best work ever. One of them is a beautiful braid in a color that I just absolutely love, and it's spun to perfection, but it's confetti tweed, and I I don't think I like the way it's spun up. So I would be, willing to let that go if somebody wanted to participate but didn't want to spin. Anyway, so there's 3 legs. If you want to join us for one and not the others, that's fine. The Discord is always open. People post in it throughout the year, not just during Tour de Fleece. So if you're looking for a like-minded community, feel free to hang out. I, of course, will link that in the description. I will link the Twitch pages of the 2 team captains if you want to go check them out. JK generally streams on Twitch on Mondays, and Rogue Knitter generally streams on, I think it's Tuesdays and Fridays. Obviously subject to change. People have lives and they've got to do the things they've got to do, but I think that's the general schedule that they keep. And anytime someone goes live to stream on any platform for Tour de Fleece, we do have a Discord channel where you can post your stream in there, so everybody that's in the Discord can come watch you. So that's really fun. It's just a great place. It's just, really low stress this year, really low stakes. There's no prizes, there's nothing. It's just vibes and people that want to cheer you on, and that also have a passion for spinning. What else is going on? Sorry, I'm just getting spin hypnotized. I always do this to myself where I just find a rhythm and I just feel great about it. And I just slowly stop talking and zone out and just find my zen. I just really like spinning fiber like this that just kind of does whatever it wants, and it doesn't even matter. I do think that I will take the braids that I do of this natural fiber and these natural colors and make a blanket out of it. I think that that's going to be just absolutely stunning. I don't know what blanket, and it might just be mitered squares. But to have all these beautiful natural color wools in different breeds, I think will be my breed study. Because I've never done one of those, and I think that would be really fun. I go to Maryland Sheep and Wool every year, and they have one of the best selections of wool, in my opinion, in the United States. The fleece barn at Maryland Sheep and Wool is incredible, and dare I say, better than Rhinebeck. So I will definitely be working on this for many, many years to come. Generally, I have about 4 ounces of a fiber. In the case of the Jacob, I only have 3 ounces of that. So, this got me about 215 yards, I think. This part's going to be overspun. Give me a second. Let me kind of let some of this twist out. I need to get more update on this. All right, that should help. All right, so back to what I was saying. This is going to be something I work on for many years. I don't expect to have it all figured out or anything like that this year. I just want to spin this beautiful fiber that I have had sitting in my stash for a year or two and learn about new breeds. Crazy, I've never spun Romney before, but I've not. And I've never spun Cotswold, and I've never spun, what was the other one? Black Welsh Mountain. I've never spun that. So, and I never spun Jacob. So this is just learning about the fibers. And if you're interested in learning about fiber and you don't have the time, the patience, the money, whatever it is, to go out and buy all of these breeds of sheep and spin them yourself, I do have a resource to recommend to you. So let me grab that. So this is the Fleece and Fiber source book, and it has so much really helpful information. So let's go to Romney and we will read about it. So it gives you a little background information on the sheep, where they come from, what they're like, how they've been bred, if they've been bred. For example, it tells you about the fleece of the Romney. The fleece of the Romney is large and dense with a well-defined crimp, and it hangs in separate locks. So it tells you facts, fleece weight, staple length, fiber diameters, lock characteristic, the natural colors, and then it tells you about about using the fiber. So for dyeing, for spinning, and for knitting and crocheting. So, for example, fiber preparation and spinning tips. Card, flick, comb, or spin from clean locks. Or because of the low grease content, spin a freshly shorn fleece in the grease. So that's not something you could do with every type of wool, or at least you probably wouldn't want to. Some are very, very heavy on the lanolin. On dark fleeces, especially watch for sunburned tips that can break off and make lumps in your yarn. I don't know. It just gives you a lot of information. It shows you what the actual locks look like. And just overall, it's just a great wealth of information. So if I am looking for a specific fiber to do something, I can go to this book and pick a fiber based on what I see. Micron count, fiber diameter. All of this goes into how soft your wool is going to be, how it's going to behave when you knit it. If you're looking for a fine wool, there's a list of fine wools. I don't know. It's a really, really great book, and it's something I highly recommend to spinners or just people that want to play with fiber. Know about your fiber. This is going to help you choose the best fiber for what you are looking for. So you want to make a jacket, go look for a hardy, hard-wearing fiber. Whereas you wouldn't probably choose a fine wool for that unless you're bougie like I am, which in that case, you might, and that's okay. But you will be very informed if you have this book. So, not sponsored, by the way. I buy all this crap with my own monies, but it's very much worth it. Oh my goodness, I have way too much twist in this yarn. I'm gonna back this out and take out some of this twist, because it's crazy overspun right now. There we go. I honestly think that's all I have to say about Tour de Fleece. I do hope that I see some of you come into our little Discord, our little Team Cyber Fibers. Maybe one day in the future we'll get back to doing prizes and doing merch. I have the cutest little Team Cyber Fibers bag that was part of our team a couple years ago. It's just fun. But even if we don't, it's still a ton of fun. You're still, making connections, building friendships. And honestly, that's what this is all about. So I do hope to see you there. I hope that if you've never heard of Tour de Fleece, this has at least made you interested enough to go look it up, because my explanations are pretty crappy. I'm just there to spin. I don't actually know about the Tour de Fleece, but I will link the Ravelry page for you guys to the actual team, like the whole event. And then I will link the Discord where you can find Team Cyber Fibers. I will link our team captains' Twitch URLs. And I will also link my own Discord in case you want to come hang out with me in my Discord. Mostly use that for pattern support, but I will be building it out in the near future to be a little bit more of a hangout spot to use if you guys want to, of course. In the past, that's where I have hosted my test knits, but now I'm using Yarn Pond, which has worked just fine for me. I do kind of miss the Discord interface, but I have a lot more reach on a website like Yarn Pond versus just doing it strictly in my Discord. All right, guys, I'm gonna go take this to the couch and I'm probably gonna spin for the rest of the night. So, bye.